I'm having a crazy day. It's been a rough day, man. Let me tell you why. I was thinking about some stuff that was happening in my personal life, but then I also looked at the financial world. And the question that I had for myself today, and the question that I'd like to ask you is the stock market actually dying? Is the stock market dying? Is Bitcoin going to continue to sink? We're going to break down what's going on with the stock market, what's going on with Bitcoin, and all these other things. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. This is theblackfinancialchannel.com. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins, your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day under one condition. The condition is that we are B1. B1 means Black first. That means we put our community at the top of our priority list. That means that we're investing for our children. That means that we are making ourselves and our community better. If you agree with this philosophy, then put a hashtag B in the number one in the chat. Put a hashtag B1 in the chat. I want to say hello to everybody. I see Gangsta Vic and Loxanne and Dwayne and Fred Williams and H Max Jerome, Stacey Ann Williams. I see you. I see you. I see you. Let's get started. Let's talk about the stock market. Okay, so this weekend or this past week, how many of you know? Give me a yes or no. Give me a yes or no if you noticed that the stock market took a major dip in the last few days. Did you notice that the stock market took kind of a nosedive? It kind of got its butt kicked. It dropped by about 900 points, which is not an insignificant drop. That is not a trivial decline. That has been worrying the experts. And so the stock market's been dipping, and everybody's wondering. Here's the question that's been asking. This is literally the $1 million question. Should you buy the dip? Well, when the stock market drops like this, a lot of times we see it and we say, okay, let's start buying. Let's buy because it's going down. Eventually come back up. Everything will be okay. Well, you don't always know, right? It's kind of like this, right? Like, let me give you a real life example. This weekend, my wife ate, she just ate way too much food for Thanksgiving, right? Like more than she normally eats because she's into running and everything. And then she just tells me, she says, Boyce, I think I'm gonna get sick. I think I'm gonna get sick. And so she goes upstairs and let me just say, I'm not gonna tell too much of her business, but let me say that turkey and the grilled green beans and that macaroni and cheese didn't exactly go all the way through her digestive system. It kind of went through through the toilet. And here's the deal. So she got super sick, right? And my wife, she had a headache and she's had some, she wasn't feeling well, right? So on one hand, I'm thinking, okay, well, she's sick. And the first thing you want to do is you like, take some not Robitussin, but whatever that stuff is, not Metamucil. It's the other stuff that I forgot what it is. But anyway, I just went and I tried my best. I take care of my woman. I love her to death and love her to life. How about that? And so I went and I went through the medicine cabinet, got as much medicine as I could to help her feel better. And I said, just lay down and take a nap. And so she laid down and took a nap, and she kept feeling worse. And I was, really worried. I was like, gosh, part of me is like, oh, well, just keep sleeping. You keep sleeping it off, you're going to be okay. But then there's the other part of me that's like, well, what if she's not okay? What if something happens, and I can't have something happen to my queen? So I ran to the store and I got one of those rapid COVID tests. And I was like, okay, we got to test you for COVID. And I got to take your temperature, and we got to take you to the ER. We got to, because why did I do all that? Well, it's because, just the faint thought of my wife not being here was something that bothered me. It was like, man, like, what if this is more than just, a tiny little illness? This lady, we've done a lot of interesting stuff. We traveled around the world together. She's my main road dog, and having her gone was just a thought I did not want to bear. Now, why do I bring all this up when I'm talking about the stock market? Well, because right now the stock market is kind of like that, right? The stock market is sick. The stock market is sick, and the big question that I keep asking myself is the stock market a little bit sick, where you just give it some Robitussin or Metamucil or whatever, and it gets better? Or is it actually dying? Like, is this a dip that could be prolonged? Because there are some things happening in the market and in the economy that are legitimate reasons for concern. The number one driver, the number one trigger for this decline was that new variant that they have, that new variant of the virus that they found in South Africa. Now, somebody who was it? My homegirl, Faye Bishop, actually made an interesting point. She said, "Why is it that it's okay to call this variant the South Africa variant, but you couldn't call it the Chinese virus?" Anybody remember that when they said the Chinese virus? and everybody said, "Oh, well, that's racist, that's racist." But now they're calling this the South African variant. It looks like somebody got exposed. Well, anyway, this variant that they're referring to it as the South African variant. It has caused a major dip in stock prices this week, and some think that this dip could continue. Now that the media has sank its teeth into a really scary headline, because we know fear sells in media. There are many who believe that if anything develops out of this variant, if it gets worse on any level, if it starts popping up in multiple countries, which it will, that is going to continue to drive negative sentiment. That the stock market ain't done kicking you in your ass. That's my point. That's what I'm saying to you. That the stock market may not be done. So don't think that just because it dropped 900 points, that that's the right time to buy the dip. You can dip a whole lot more. You could dip a few thousand more points before the market actually decides that it wants to act like it's got some sense. Now, what some people might do is they just buy the dip anyway, and they keep buying, whether there's a dip or an increase. They just buy. They just keep adding, and if it keeps dipping, then you just get lucky. You just keep buying more and more cheap assets, and then hopefully, eventually, it recovers. The market has never had a time where it's dipped and didn't recover, but at the same time, just kind of know that this could be worse, and the stock market could really be sick. Now, another thing that I've noticed, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. I've also noticed that there's a dip in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been kind of acting shaky lately. Bitcoin's dropped a good 20%, which has pushed the Bitcoin into what they call bull market territory. To officially become a bull market in an asset, you have to drop by about 20%. That's the official number. Now, Bitcoin though is kind of volatile. Bitcoin is kind of crazy and all over the place. So the decline in Bitcoin is something that doesn't worry people as much, but it is kind of sad to kind of have to deal with that, because Bitcoin is supposed to be a hedge against inflation and a declining economy and all these other things that this Omicron variant could represent. Right? Bitcoin is supposed to protect us from the inflationary pressure that we're feeling. I don't know if it's doing such a good job of doing that, right? So Bitcoin may not be the digital gold that people think that it is. Another interesting thing that people are paying attention to is Black Friday shopping. Black Friday shopping is typically the time that the economy kind of gets out of its slump, that the economy kind of takes off. From what I have been observing, Black Friday numbers have been strong, but you haven't seen growth that they were expecting. Black Friday numbers online and in person, from what I understand, are lower than they were a year ago, because people are scared to go out shopping because they don't want to catch the new variant. And also, even online, people are not shopping as much as they did a year ago. So, all these factors play a role in creating what some believe to be some deep seated concerns in terms of what they think the stock market is going to do. So, as you go out this week and you do your happy investing, and I just want to put this cute little girl up there who looks like a baby Patty LaBelle. I just think, don't ask me why I put her up there. I just think it's like a funny thing to end the conversation with, because somebody wrote, they said that she looks like, this new Annie looks like she can make a damn good pot of greens and some neck bones and rice just right. And she does. Don't she look like your grandma a little bit, like when your grandma was a baby in 1948? Like, anyway, so as we close out on this, I just want to say that I don't think there's anything major to be afraid of. A lot of experts are predicting that December could be a very strong month for the stock market. And so if you want to stomach it, that's totally cool. If you want to buy the dip, go for it. But at the same time, don't be surprised if you get a little bit of a double dip as opposed to a single dip in the market in the coming weeks. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. And also, if you're interested in things like crypto and Forex and all that stuff, we have a really awesome alternative investments platform, basically, where we put together a ton of stuff on a bundle pack on alternative investments like crypto and Forex and art and collectibles and everything else. And it's in the Black Business School. It's 76% off for today only. So if you're interested, go to boycewatkins.com and look for the link at the very top that says 76% off, and you can take advantage of the offer. So we'd love to help you in the Black Business School if you see anything that we can do to meet your needs. So anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Please take care. God bless you. Please have a wonderful day. Love you, and I'll see you soon. And I'm not making fun of the baby, but come on, she does look like Aretha Franklin. Like, if you made Aretha Franklin like a 10-year-old, like that's what she'd probably look like. But anyway, happy holidays, everybody. Love you. I'll see you soon. Take care now. Peace.